Oh, whenever you are.
Somebody take this, please.
No such thing as a stupid question. It's all about learning. I'm not going to know all the answers, but between us, we'll work it out.
Well, we've arrived down at the Oyster Bay Marina and the 8 Jordan River students are just starting to pile aboard the Magic Miles. And I'll tell you, there's some excited and some nervous students getting on board the yacht today. The plan for the first day of the expedition is just to get out on the water and get as far south as we can towards Recherche Bay. I think we'll spend the first night on the yacht, which means the students are going to have to hot bed and they're going to have to change their sleeping patterns, do some anchor watch and really get into this nautical life.
Tell you what, the air's not that warm though, is it? You can feel it, there's a bit of wind.
Mate, if you're happy with that fish.
What are you making today? Just some sandwiches?
Yeah, just some wraps for these little girls. That's all.
Oh, thank you.
I imagine it's an island from Lost for some reason. That's what I imagine it like. Until I get there. I brought my fluffy hat for the harsh environment.
Find out more about Tasmania and the parts of Tasmania I've never actually heard of.
It's going to be the most fun of this trip.
Probably just being out here, really. Just knowing that we don't have to wake up and go to school the next day. We actually wake up and we're out somewhere remote where most people don't really get a chance to do.
Yeah, you reckon you'll end up as better friends or worse friends at the end of all this?
Probably better. Closer. I suppose you have to be close when you're sleeping this far away.
So far we've seen bottlenose dolphins, quite a few Pacific gulls and some seals.
Well, we're going to go and see some of the ancient artefacts from the French expedition that came up here, down at Recherche Bay, the French garden and a couple other things which should be interesting, and doing some cleanups, which should be good.
I don't think we'll go crazy, but there'll definitely be some arguments that will get fairly heated over, but I reckon we'll pull through.
We're going onto a beach to go and pick up some rubbish and go and catch a couple of dolphins.
I heard some pretty colourful conversation last night. So before you do go to say something, just stop and think. Remember, you're going to be leaders of the community.
It's the morning of day 2 of the research expedition. Mike and the crew are doing the hard work getting the boat ready. We've just had a bit of a chat to the students downstairs. It's a great opportunity on an expedition like this to be able to have these conversations with students in a really safe and supportive environment. So the idea is that over the week we see some progress with the way these guys even just speak about each other and themselves.
And you've got to expect a little bit of mucking around, a little bit of falling by the wayside, because they're learning, you know, they're learning, they're only young kids. But so far so good, yeah, everything's really good. I'm looking forward to see how they go between here and Recherche Bay.
Match them up and you can't go wrong. So that pole goes underneath here. It's supposed to be, yeah, exactly.
We'll just actually put up a tent. Pitched up a tent for one. Yeah.
We actually just erected our tent all by ourselves.
The different colours in the land show different vegetation communities. So this is probably wet sclerophyll, which is wet eucalypt forest.
We arrived in Recherche Bay today, yeah. We went to set up camp and then we went for a walk to the beach and did a clean up.
Bradley got the find of the day. He found a tyre.
On the beach today, we were picking up rubbish and we found a few unusual items.
The hardest thing would have to be, well, nothing's hard for me at the moment, because I like to get out and explore things.
And we're
we're sailing against the wind. Now, can anyone tell me which way they think where the wind's coming from? Point where they think the wind's coming from?
The wind's coming from that way?
Yeah, so the wind's coming about 45 degrees, about from that fish farm it's coming from, straight across here like that. Magnetic variation.
Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow, if the weather's good, we should be able to land and have a good day exploring Recherche Bay. It is a fantastic place to be because it's got such a big historical influence there from when Bruno de Montecastro was here through to there was a sawmill, there was a convict coal mine, so many things happened in this one area. De Montecastro dude, so he was a very much revered captain. He had a great tolerance for different types of people. He had great respects for different types of people. So he had a great understanding of minority people, and it was okay to be different.
What do you want, Molly?
The French had their hats going that way.
That tastes pretty good.
This is a revered botanist, Labia.
They said I disappeared.
Yeah.
In 1793, when I returned to Recherche Bay, I was very disappointed to find that only a few cabbages, potatoes and some sorrel had survived in the garden.
Yeah, I really like just learning about how the French and Captain Montecastro came up here to explore Recherche Bay and stuff like that.
Go back down! Go back down! Oh, Jesus, I fell over! Man overboard! Man overboard! Man overboard! Onward!
The grid reference that I use for my maps. Should I put it in?
Doing all the work.
Oh, we've finally got to the Recherche Bay Peninsula. Tim from the Tasmanian Land Conservancy's been guiding us through some of the historical sites on the peninsula. Got to say, it's really fascinating.
Thoughts on the garden?
Different.
Not what I expected.
The difference I've seen in the students over the last couple of days is they're really starting to get into the groove of the trip and starting to, I guess, calm down. And that's part of what these experiences are supposed to do. They're supposed to make these guys more comfortable with their environment, with the outdoors. And the only way to do that is to actually get out and experience it. And that's what we're doing.
Go for it, and they'll shut themselves.
Me and Caleb have created a clan, a tribe. We're now called the Wasabi Warriors. We are all warriors. No, we're called Wasabi Warriors, babe. No, because we like wasabi. And
I hate wasabi though.
Dennis is our Greek translator. And, and Stavros is our evidence.
We can show you another thing, Stavros, down here. Luscious coal.
We made our own coal.
Worth millions.
Luscious.
DJ is a bit of an unsung hero of this group. He has got some smarts about him and some care of others.
Don't worry, I'm friends with you, Caleb. You don't need these two. Well, that was an experience, and I hope I get to do that again sometime throughout my life.
So when Corey takes something on, he does it because he seems to want to do it. To see someone's enjoying what they're doing just makes our job a whole lot easier. In fact, it doesn't even make it a job. It just makes it a pleasure to be around you, Corey.
What I enjoyed most about the trip is seeing the mine, the coal mine.
So what I saw there, Adrian, was that you're willing to be that person that'll get along with everyone when the time demands it.
Knowing that we can actually get a good night's sleep and not as dirty as we are now, because we're out in the middle of, at the end of Tasmania really.
when we do adventures, it's all about answering questions. So we don't go out there just to prove how big and strong we are. We go out there because we want to know about the world. And if you keep showing that sort of inquisitive nature when you come across stuff that interests you, then you'll go a long way.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. It's good to see the old French garden and the mills and the mines. Pretty good.
Huge leaps in the leadership potential of Flynn.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely grown closer to people on the trip, and yeah, made some pretty new friends too, which probably wouldn't have been friends with before.
And what I love about Caleb is he's always willing to come back in, even if he's been having a tough time, and have another go.
Yeah, well, I'll always remember it as a good experience. I know, I got to be around nature a lot more than you would in Bridgewater, I guess.
Overall, Kirk's got the skills, the hands and the mind to get pretty much anything done in the outdoors.
Have you got closer to the people on this trip?
Oh, I think I have. I think everyone's gotten closer, really.
Nick, what I've seen with you is a resilience. So the resilience means that you're able to withstand the difficulties of an expedition and you're able to come through the other side with a smile on your face.
Get out and have a go and never give up. Because if you give up on life, then pretty much you're just being a couch potato and you never get out and see the world like we have today.
The students have been really good, and I was very pleased yesterday to see quite a few of the students coming out and having a go at helming the boat under sail.
I was like, thank you to everyone that come together and organised it all for us, I guess. Just been a really good experience.
I reckon it's a sort of lifetime kind of trip for them. And I hope that they will remember it for the rest of their lives, really.